midst of pain, unbearable pain. And he had to go back to work. Because if not, no, who will pay his bills? Who will take care of his children? Who will pay his children's school fees? Who will feed them? Who will bring money? He's a man. Do you people know what he goes through every day inside the house? A man that is taking care of his family, that has continued to take care of his every bill, down to the smallest thing you can ever think of, he pays for it. School fees, feeding, name it, even transportation from KC, he takes care of it. Up until today, he still pays this bill.
Ned is taking care under the Marriage Act, and you try to marry a second one or marry a second one, that is a crime. So everybody who wants to marry, a smart person who wants to marry in Nigeria, should ask himself, what do you want? What do I want? What sort of marriage do I want? What sort of life do I want to live? Then you choose which law should govern your marriage. So Ned Nwoko is an intelligent man. He's a lawyer. He's well-traveled. Ned knew he wanted more than one wife. He knew. So he did not marry any woman under the Marriage Act. So he made it clear to everybody that he has right to marry more women. Also, Ned did not Ned is a Muslim, but he did not marry under the Sharia. He married under the customary law of Anyoma people in Delta State, where he is from. So, Ned's marriage to Regina or any of his wives does not violate any law. It does not violate any promise. It does not violate any expectations of monogamy. Because he was, from the beginning, clear that he was not going to be in a monogamous marriage. He wanted polygamy. So Ned did not violate any law. Compared to Yul Edochie, Yul married May under the Marriage Act. In the Marriage Act, it's very clear. And by marrying her under the Marriage Act, he and May understood they were going into a monogamous marriage. May understood there would not be a second wife. May understood from the beginning that she would be the only wife. Everybody around them, children, parents, understood that they would be in a monogamous marriage. So when Yul began to try to marry Judy, Yul was violating the law. He was violating a fundamental promise. He was violating his vow. He was committing an offense. Even if you don't enforce that offense, he committed a crime. So how can you compare the two? You can't. Anybody comparing the two is plain stupid. Because they're on a different track. Ned Nwoko is following his track and his rights on that track, according to law. Yul Edochie followed the English track, the Marriage Act track, and then wants to switch. In the middle of the race, he wanted to jump into another track. That is stupid. That's not right. You can't compare them. Now, let us do other things. There is something else you have to deal with when you come to marriage. You're dealing with the issue of fairness. 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 The promises you made to your wife at the beginning of this marriage, are you keeping to it? Are you keeping to that promise? You promised her monogamy, you promised her faithfulness, and you went sleeping with another woman for 6 years in secret, living a double life? No. Ned was clear. Ned told Regina. Regina saw it. Regina saw that Ned was married. And Ned told Regina, I'm going into a polygamy. And Ned told his other wives, according to them, they all understood it. They all welcomed Regina. So there was no deception. There was no fraud. There was no lie in Ned's case. But compared to Yul, Yul was a bloody liar. He lived a double life with a secret woman who was possibly married to another man. That's what we call double-edged adultery. Adultery against your wife, adultery against the husband of the woman you're messing around with. How dare you compare the two? Regina wasn't married to anybody when Ned met her. Indeed, Ned is proud that she was a virgin. And Ned was very candid. Regina was well informed. Even though so young, Regina's mother was involved in the process. So a parental consent and parental participation was achieved. So Ned played it straight. In accordance with his belief system, he wanted polygamy, and he pursued polygamy consistent with the law of his country. But Yul Edochie did something else. And have you ever seen Ned attacking any of the wives? I mean, have you ever seen Ned attacking any of his wives? Have you ever seen Regina attacking any of Ned's wives? I would Ned's other wives. Regina is praising them instead. But what do you have in Judy? Judy is monstrously pursuing a campaign of calumny and smear against me. And you dare compare them. Something else you people don't understand, but you gotta understand today. Ned is taking care of all the children, all his children. He's paying their school fees, he's feeding them. Yul is not doing that. Yul is not supporting his children as we speak. He's not at all. Indeed, Yul told his daughter that their mother is making more money than him now. Can you imagine? So now you're going into polygamy, but you can't take care of the children? You want to try polygamy? So please, Yul told his daughter that their mother is making more money than him now. Can you imagine? So now you're going into polygamy, but you can't take care of the children? You want to try polygamy? So please, don't compare the two. Don't compare the two. The reason nobody is criticizing Ned is because he complies with the laws of his country. We may criticize the law. I can criticize the law. I have problems with the Nigerian law. But as it is, that's the law. And Ned kept to the law. Yul did not keep to the law. Yul violated the law. Yul is a coward. He knew he violated the law, so he went to the court and lied. Why didn't Yul stand firm in court and say, my lord, yes, I married her in accordance with my custom? Why didn't you tell the judge what he tells me? You spent time trying to convince May's children to accept polygamy. Quoting the Bible. Trying to use the Bible to tell the children, oh, we can all be in one big happy family with Judy and this thing. He was trying to educate, to re-engineer the children's minds. But one thing I will promise you is this. If Yul gives any more interview about his marriage while the case is pending in the court, if he gives any more interview, I'm going to respond. And when I respond, you'll be shocked, because I will tell you more things. I will reveal more things. I will tell you what you did after their son died that caused May to rush to court. May was slow. May was very slow to go to court. She was fully contemplative of all the wide implications. She was studying the situation, calculating every move, but something pushed her to court. You'll be very shocked if you heard the behavior of you right after they lost their child, which caused me to go to court and which caused me to ask for judicial protection against violence, because her own safety and her own life were at stake after you behaved in a certain way. So please, you should keep quiet. He and Judy, stay out of the media. Mind your business. If you talk about me again and start spreading lies again or insinuating anything to cause emotional torture or pain on me, we will respond. I will respond. I'll probably respond. I will respond without asking for permission of the client, because you are misleading the public. And you are making all of us involved in this case look stupid. So one more interview from you, he will get it.